What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another review, and this time we're going to be covering what I feel is the true Halloween 3. The real Halloween 3. Not that abomination that was called Halloween 3 and had nothing to do with Michael Myers. No, I'm talking about Halloween 4. The return of Michael Myers. And this is a kick-ass Halloween sequel. Halloween 4, to me, takes the best elements of 1 and 2, mushes them all together, and puts its own spin on it, and you got yourself a damn good fucking movie. Directed by Dwight H. Little, written by Alan B. McElroy. Donald Pleasance returns as Sam Loomis. Ellie Cornell plays Rachel Carruthers, and we are introduced to Danielle Harris, as Jamie Lloyd, the daughter of Laurie Strode. This movie takes place 10 years after the events of Haddonfield, and of course Haddonfield wants to forget about the whole Michael Myers saga that transpired, but since it's the 10-year anniversary, Michael returns to get his niece and to wreak havoc along the way. This is a damn good movie. Just from the opening credits alone, where you get this awesome establishing shot of like this creepy farm with all these Halloween ornaments, it immediately sets a creepy tone and a creepy atmosphere, and you're immediately getting the chills just watching it. The music is very subtle, and Dwight H. Little takes the time to really let the atmosphere sink in by showing you all these different images. And Dwight H. Little, throughout the entire movie, does a great job at building suspense, at building tension, at creating this atmosphere, at making this, suburban neighborhood look downright creepy to be in. Amazing director. And Alan B. McElroy is really solid behind the writer's chair. Of course, for those who don't know, during the production of this movie, the Writers Guild of America was about to go on strike, and Alan McElroy pretty much wrote this script within 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, he had the script to this movie, and he, under the gun, he wrote a pretty damn solid script. I like everything about this. I like the characters in this movie. To me, the characters in this movie felt more real. Like Rachel, to me, she was like a Laurie Strode, but she had more spunk to her. She was a more spunky Laurie Strode. But at the same time, she also, had a sisterly, I like the whole sisterly bond she and Jamie have. Of course, Jamie's an orphan, because Laurie was killed in a car accident, so now she's living with Rachel and her family. And I like the bond between the two. They have a really good sisterly bond. Their chemistry really bounces off the screen, and you really feel for these two, especially when shit hits the fan. And you also feel for Rachel as well, because, she is the wholesome girl, but she does have, some spunkness to her, like I said. So I like all that. I like the character of Grady. Grady to me is the typical guy. He is the typical guy. He sees a hot chick and he will do whatever he can to get to that hot chick, which is come on, what guy would not do something like that? I can't hate on a character like that. And he does redeem himself near the end of the movie too, which is great. He makes a sacrifice at the end to save Rachel and Jamie by standing in between them and Michael. So you can't hate someone who redeemed himself with his life. So a lot of good things to say about Grady. I like the character of Sheriff Meeker. Of course, brackets, not in this movie we get Meeker, and Meeker's a good character to himself, because once Loomis comes into town after seeing a whole bunch of craziness happen, Michael takes that entire filling station, goes up in flames. He's seen 6 bodies from there to Richmond. And of course, Meeker is like, you know what? Say you are right. How can we prevent this? Immediately goes right into action. Love it. He ain't gonna be like, oh. Meeker was a smart character, and I like the mutual respect that happens between Meeker and Loomis. I also like the antagonistic relationship that Loomis has with a fellow doctor called Dr. Hoffman, played by Michael Pataki. Of course, Pataki doesn't have a whole lot of screen time. He has 3 scenes in the movie, but he stands out to me. And I do like the antagonistic relationship between him and Loomis. They kind of have a good rivalry going on with Pataki, like, spare me the lecture. So I like all that. Of course, what can I say about Danielle Harris as Jamie Lloyd? For an 11-year-old girl, she has good on-screen charisma. When she's happy, you're happy for her. When she's being chased by Michael, you are scared for her. Very, very rare where a child actor can make you care about them, and Danielle Harris does a fantastic job at doing that. And she does a fantastic job at conveying all these emotions. She's the orphan girl who is the niece of a psychopathic killer. That can fuck you up psychologically. That's another thing I like about this movie. She's psychologically tortured by Michael Myers. She's dreaming about Michael Myers, and she doesn't know why she's dreaming about Michael Myers. It's not through midway through the movie where they pretty much say that she is that. Well, they tell her that she is Michael's niece. We know she's Michael's niece, but she doesn't know she's Michael's niece. So I love all that. I love how she's psychologically tortured by Michael Myers, but yet still tries to be like a little kid, goes trick-or-treating, tries to have fun and enjoy herself. Jamie Lloyd's a very multi-layered character, and Danielle Harris was able to pull that off without being annoying with it, which I respect and I like a lot. The kills in this movie are very memorable. This movie does have blood, but like Halloween 2, it's very tasteful with its gore. And that's what I mean where it takes the best elements of 1 and 2. It takes the tastefulness of the gore from 2, and it takes the suspense of Halloween, and it takes the pacing, atmosphere, and suspense from Halloween 1, and it mixes it all together, and you get Halloween 4, which is the perfect combination of those two movies done the right way. You have the iconic scene of Michael stabbing this character with a gun, as a nice little nod to when he killed the character of Bob in Halloween 1. You get this really, really intense scene where he sticks his thumb to the forehead of the other character. There's this other scene where he nearly rips the guy's face off with his bare hands, and then he throws this power plant worker into the electrical grid, into a power grid, taking out the entire town. And speaking of Michael, I love how calculating and methodical Michael is in this movie. Michael is like a genius in this movie in a way, and that's a good thing because he's doing these little things to alienate the town. He's taking out the power. He's taking out the police force so that there's no reinforcements. He's calculating. He's methodical, and I like all that. It really adds to his character as a psychopath and his goal to get his niece. I love all this, and of course, Donald Pleasance as Sam Loomis is fantastic. I love, like I said, I don't only like his scenes with Michael Pataki, but I also love the scene with the Reverend character, and they have a little conversation, and there's a parallel between the two because Reverend Sayer says, "You're hunting, ain't ya? I've been hunting the bastard for nearly 30 years. Come a time or two myself." Paralleling, they're both in their chases of an evil force. So I love that scene. It's a brief scene, almost a throwaway scene, but if you pay attention, the parallels between those two characters really shows. I love it a lot. It gives the movie more context, in my opinion. Of course, I love the whole chase scene where Jamie is in the school and Michael throws Loomis through a glass door, and then we get the chase continues and he gets run over and then he gets shot multiple times and falls into a well, which is a good ending in my opinion. The guy just gets shot to shit and then falls through it and gets thrown. So you think it's over, but no, it's not over. So Jamie is home now with her sister and everyone. Okay, we get a POV shot and we see stabbing to her foster mother, and then when the camera pulls back, it's revealed that Jamie has attacked her stepmother with scissors, and she's posed in the same way her uncle was when he was a kid after killing his sister. And you're just left wondering, what? And that's when the movie stops. The perfect ending to this movie was seeing Jamie be consumed by the force of her uncle. And this opened the door for so many possibilities, like the evil in Michael being passed on to Jamie, or Michael, coming back to shepherd and mentor Jamie to be a new slasher. Some interesting, cool ideas opened up with this ending, and this was the only way to end this thing, and I'm glad they did it. So, when all said and done, Halloween 4 is a perfect 10. This is the perfect sequel. It takes, like I said, it takes the best elements of 1 and 2 while putting its own little spin on it with a little bit of psychology, particularly with the Jamie character, and having the most ballsy ending to any Halloween movie. 10 out of 10. If you haven't seen Halloween 4, what are you doing? Watch Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. You will love it. Anyway, I am AJ Legend. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll check you back next time for more.